Hello, Dali goes. How are you? Here we are. Everything alright? Yeah? Hello. My name is Johnie Lee. I'm here with the Phantom of Salvador Dali. We're in the Underground Gallery, and this is day 35 of lockdown. When it first started, they told us that we were going to be here we'd be inside for 15 days, that they made it 30 days, and now we're waiting for the 45-day mark so they can tell us another 15 days. I don't think so. I think this time they're going to let us out. Lately I've noticed, the past 2 or 3 days, I've noticed that there's a lot less police in the village. I go out in the morning for my walk. I don't go like for the far walk because they've already told me that I can't. And I know there's a village when they need money, they start putting out fines. And so I didn't want to take any chances. But I've been taking LD with me to the grocery store, and I've been taking him out like twice a day for at least a 15-20 minute walk, so he's getting his exercise, because it's very important for him to get his exercise. And I've been taking him out, and I haven't seen any police. The only place I see police is at the entrance of the village over there. I see the police come in when you go to do groceries, the police at the entrance of the village, making sure that nobody comes in that's not supposed to come in. And I've been taking LD for short visits to the beach. They haven't said anything, so I guess that they are softening up on us. What they're afraid of is to say, okay, you can come out, and everybody's going to come running out and start hugging and kissing each other, because that's just the way we are around here. We're a very affectionate group of people here in Cadaques, We hug each other a lot, we kiss each other a lot, we share drinks, we share joints, women kiss women, men kiss men. Very free society. I do like this place. I do have to go back to Montreal, but I'm sad about having to leave this place, because coming here was a dream for me. It was a dream that I would come here with all these paintings, and that I would give a rebirth to surrealism and try and save the village through art. But like even now, even if the village is hurting after all of this, if they want to be nice to the artists again, to rebuild it again, I don't want to be a part of it. Because it's just, since I've been here, nobody's done anything good for me. Nobody's been good for me. All the relationships I've had, the men, all they want to do is fuck. It's true. It's true. They really only want your pussy, your ass. That's what they want. Yeah? And they're not ready to give you anything for it. And not that I want anything for it, but I mean, that's all they want. And they want it free, and they don't want to. Anyway, I'm not interested in that aspect. But I mean, even girlfriends, they've stabbed me in the back. My girlfriends were jealous of the few lovers that I did have, so they started stabbing me in the back. Why am I going to stay here and try and help this town if this town hasn't done anything for me? Hasn't done anything for me. Every job I've had, I've got, because last year I had a plan. I was going to work all summer, and all summer is every day. I was going to work all summer for 3 months, and I was going to put my money aside, and I was going to use that money to go home. And then, because the people in the restaurant were there for like 30 years, and they like being served by raggedy teenagers because they can give them shit and they don't answer back. They don't want a classy waitress that knows what she's doing, knows how to handle herself. They don't want that. So they ostracized me from my job. And they it just threw a spike in my wheels, a spoke in my wheels, and then, and you know, when September came around, that's when I wanted to go home, and I couldn't go home. I didn't have the money to go home, you know, because I was so devastated that they had done that to me. I turned a little bit rebellious, and I was going out a lot, and mind you, there was interesting things happening in September, and I just put it off. I put it off. I said, oh, I'll go around Christmas. But then when I started looking around Christmas, I noticed that, like November or something, I noticed that the company that I used to fly the gargoyle wasn't operating, no direct flights. I would have to go all the way to Madrid, take a connecting flight from Madrid to go to Barcelona. Too complicated with the gargoyle. So I said, so I was going to wait until spring, till the airline opened up. But then, of course, my father died, so a lot of things have been setting me back for a while now, and I do get frustrated, but I realize that there's nothing that you can do about it. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Talk to the runes, they say, well, you know what, sweetheart? A little bit of restriction is good for the for the character, builds character. Yeah, well, I've had my share of restrictions since I've been here. And I've been making, beautiful paintings, and I've been making nice movies, and I've been trying to get people connected together to do poetry presentations, theatrical poetry, and stabbing in the back, it's just not worth it. Yeah, so now I'm just biding time until I can get to go home. I've been painting, I'm painting the third eye, and oh, it's coming along absolutely beautiful. You're really going to like it when you see it, Darigos. It's, yeah, I know, but I want to just finish the first coat. Yeah, once I finish the first coat, then I'll show it to you. And then I'm going to be painting that lamp, that flame style lamp. I've already put the initial sketch on it, very simple, just color. Just color. I don't want any detail in this thing. It's going to be, on one side there's going to be a moon and the water, and on the other side there's going to be a sunset and the water. And then the side that you see is going to be unpainted. I don't know how the painting part will going to come out, but I'm going to sit this here and make holes with a needle to make the stars. I wish that I could be with Chavi, but Chavi, you know, what can I say about Chavi? He's not in town, and I'm not going to wait around for him to send me the patterns of the proper sizes of the size, you know. I'll just do it my way. And so, yeah, so that's it. But the police are slacking off a little bit, letting us out without saying that they were allowed to go out. I've been working on my painting. I've been eating well. And you know what? Lately I look in the mirror and I think, you're not looking so bad. I feel like I'm rejuvenating a little bit because of all. First, I had the coronavirus in January. I was so sick. I thought I was gonna die. And then I went to Canada sick and came back, which took on for my father's funeral. Not a pleasure trip. Yeah, all family, all anxiety, all stress, and it wasn't very nice. I mean, it was nice to see them, but. It wasn't a relaxing trip, I should say. And then I got stuck in England with these horrible people that I thought I'd taken a bed and breakfast, and they were the most horrible people that I ever met. I hate England. I'm never going to go and live in England. I have a British passport, but I'm never going to go and live in England. I don't like it. And so, aside from that, you know, in Sweden, they didn't do a lockdown. They said no, that they would just trust in the people to use common sense and to do social distancing, and it didn't work. Sweden, tiny little country like Sweden, has the highest death rate of all the countries. So I guess the lockdown was necessary. Montreal is going on in hardcore, my sisters say. Barcelona is still very, very rigid. And anyway, we'll get up when we get up. I'm a lot less anxious now because I found a way to get the gargoyle to go out and get his exercise. And I'm back at work, so I mean, I go into my studio, I change my clothes, I go into the studio. You know how it is, yeah. So it's the freedom of creativity. When you're painting, you know, the thing that Dali Ghost and I have in common is that we're very, very good painters, yes? We, oh, you have a whole bottle now, not even a glass. We have talent that other people envy and appreciate, you know? But I can go to my studio and then mix up my colors and I just okay, today I'm going to do this part, and I go in there, and the only thing that's important is the different shades of your colors, the line, the stroke of the brush. It's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing you think about, so you don't think about anything, yeah? So being in lockdown, getting lots of sleep, I'm hardly drinking. I drink a little bit, but I'm not a drinker. I don't like to wake up in the morning and feel rough. I don't like to see my face a little bit bloated. No, I like to look well and feel well in the morning, especially if I'm working on creative projects. Yeah? And so I can go in there and spend 3 or 4 hours and it goes like that. You know, the only problem is the shoulder thing that I told you about. But it's been behaving very well. You know, normally when I start to paint, it really cramps up. And this morning there was a little pain, but it was also extremely humid outside. So I think when I asked them to fix it, that they did, or it might be the yoga that's doing wonders for me. I'm getting lonely, I have nobody in my life, I have nobody to hug, nobody to hold. Well, nobody isn't nobody. Is there a puppy in the house? Gargoyle, come. Hey, Gargoyle, come. You know something? I've been seeing this little guy. He's Are you okay there, little buddy? Ow! I've been noticing him getting depressed. Yeah? I mean, he's still getting, he's still got all his muscles on him. Look at that face. Look at that gargoyle face. Oh, yeah, he's a gargoyle. He's a big gargoyle. He's a big gargoyle. I've been noticing him, like he'll just sit there, he'll sit there and he'll hang his head down and he'll just stare into a corner. And I'm like, hey, Gargoyle, what's wrong with you? And he'll look at me and we'll go away and do something else. Sleeps a lot, but I see him a little bit depressed. Yeah? I've taken to playing with him every evening with the ball, at least 20 minutes in the house. Yeah? So I see him getting depressed and I don't know what to do about it. I can't imagine what it must be like to be a parent and have your kids locked up in the house alone. No other children. Well, unless you have 2 or 3, but if you've only got one kid, that poor kid is locked up in the house, doesn't see any teachers, doesn't see any children, doesn't go out, doesn't see cats or dogs, nothing, just in the house. I mean, it must be devastating. These kids are going to remember this for a long time. Yeah, they're going to say, oh yeah, you remember when we were on lockdown? Yeah, where were you on lockdown? Everybody's going to remember where they were on lockdown. So, other than that, it's Saturday, but it doesn't make a difference. I mean, we could go out and catch Larry and have a whole that's it. But no, there's nothing, everything was closed and there's nothing to do. So whether it's Saturday or Tuesday or whatever day, it doesn't make any difference because every day is just the same as the other one. And this will be over soon. You know what one thing is good though, is last summer and the summer before, I really hated being here. Yeah, because this beautiful little village, it was so peaceful and quiet, would all of a sudden get invaded by, for every person that lives here, it would get invaded by 4 people. 4 people came. Yeah? So it was 4 times the amount of people that should be in the village, or even more, like maybe, yeah, because I think they said it came up to 35,000 last year, and you've only got 2,000 that live here around, yeah? And so every little crook and cranny was reserved, and I mean, there was just way too many people. The water got polluted, the air got polluted, everything got polluted. And I was going around bitching and screaming, why do we let so many fucking people come in here shitting on the beaches? I mean, people shit on the beach. Can you imagine that? Oh, I'll just have a crap right here. You know, fuck off. And so anyway, the noise level was so high that I couldn't get any mental peace. I couldn't even paint last summer because I had no mental peace. I made that lamp like from that took a long time because I had to sew it. Yeah, it took a long time. I had my Underground Gallery open. We made a little movie, but I mean, I couldn't paint because there was just way too much noise. I remember even trying to paint in the night, opening my little window and hear the birds, but my neighbors make so much noise that I would just get frustrated with them and close up and go out. Because I don't have music, I just need silence. And then very methodical the way I like. And so I was very, very upset with the fact that every time the sun comes out, this village gets invaded by tourists. And it's not interesting tourists. It's a lot of French, poor, middle ground, like not rich, not poor French people with 2 or 3 kids. They should take a big flat, they have 2 or 3 families in there. And they crowd the beaches and they crowd the restaurants, and it becomes very unpleasant. So this year, when this is over and it starts to warm up, I mean, it will be over, but still people are not going to be allowed to start going back and forth all over the place. They'll let people that have an apartment here, they'll let the French people have an apartment here, maybe come in, and you'll get some of that. But I wouldn't know where we're going to have the level of tourism that we had last year, which makes me very happy. That means that the gargoyle and I are going to be able to go to the beach, and there's going to be nobody there. We'll be able to find our secluded areas, yeah, and have fun, oh yeah, and have peace, yeah. So maybe I'll stay until, well, I'm going to stay until that's it. I can't make any plans because your plans are being made for you. But now that I've gotten creative, my morale has skyrocketed, and I only spend an hour or 2 on the computer. I keep busy by myself, yeah, and I'm feeling well inside. I'm feeling well physically. So maybe this was in a way a little bit of a blessing. Everybody that was having such a hard time can now got a chance to rest a little bit, yeah. They got a chance to rest and be with their families and think things over a little bit, think about life. So maybe there's positive aspects to this thing. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say for today. I will be back in a couple of days to give you more details about lockdown. Alright, so good night, my children of the light. Stay well. Love each other. And thank you, Dali Ghost, for being with us. Yeah. Thank you for staying with me. Otherwise, I would be so alone. You're the best ghostie ever. Yeah. Best ghostie ever.